From the low release, that's Testament with Hail Mary, full of grace. I'm going to punch you in your fucking face.
In the hour of death.
Exactly. That's what it would sound like if Chips Enough was singing that song.
Hey, brother, it's in the hour of death.
Exactly.
Speaking of singing, I haven't talked to you all week. Did I tell you that I'm working with Tommy Crash on a re-recording of Scars?
No, I was not aware. I know you had spoken with me that you were in contact with him, but I didn't know you were doing something with him.
Well, it was funny. We were chatting and I mentioned the Scars thing, and he's like, I haven't heard it. So I sent it to him, and he's like, we could do something with this if you want to. And I was like, sure. Why not? So now we're gonna do it with like a professional band now.
All right.
So there you go. So Scars will have even more life with instead of me and Jan sending MP3s back and forth 10,000 miles from each other. We're going to get a professional band to do the music, and I'm going to do the vocals again, and he's going to work with me on the vocals and see if we can't do something good with it.
Will he be flying you into the studio and putting you up in a hotel just to, knock that track down?
No. No.
Making a joke.
And to answer Jackal's question, the music is Jan's. The lyrics are mine. I wrote the lyrics, and I just haven't. I emailed Jan, but I haven't heard back from him yet. So, whatever. But we don't need his permission to fucking re-record it as long as I credit him. You dumb shit. Says lawsuit,
please.
For what?
Yeah, you'd have to file it here in the U.S.
Yeah, and even if he did, what are you gonna get? The royalties?
You weren't signed to a record deal or something. You don't have somebody owning copyright. I guarantee you that song is not copywritten by anybody.
Oh, yeah, of course. So, and certainly if there's a way to get Jan involved, we'll get Jan involved as well.
Mm-hmm.
Stop thinking I'm not you, Jackal. I don't just reach out to fuck people over. Of course I'll get him involved if there's a way to get it done. But we'll see, and he might step aside because we got, legitimate people playing. I don't know. Not that he's not legitimate, but, I don't know. I don't know how it's all going to work out. It's all brand new, but I did email him and say, hey, I got this thing and I'm going to do it. Hope you're cool with it.
Yeah.
But I don't need permission. I don't need any permission.
Yeah, pal. All right, one of the coolest frontman who became one of the douchiest frontman, David Lee Roth.
L. Roth.
Yeah, well, we're getting to that. You talk about a contrived move to get yourself back in the news, and apparently it worked.
Yeah.
David Lee Roth has changed his name. The former Van Halen frontman now wants to be called David L. Roth or L. Roth.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to be called that now.
All right. Hey, Dave. No. Simple. No.
Yeah. The change was inspired by the current movement in the music industry to disown words. See, this is the part that really bothers me. A artist, especially a music artist, who makes their living singing and reading words. Words is, aside from just instrumental shit, that's what makes a song.
Yeah.
And that's what creative expression is being able to use words effectively. And you don't eliminate a word from the dictionary or from your vocabulary because now whatever movement is going on decides that, well, that word is no longer acceptable.
Right. No, you don't do that.
That's just dumb. And here's the other thing. I thought artists were all about being anti censorship. I mean, isn't that what the PMRC was all about? Wasn't that whole argument was that they were trying to censor or label albums to indicate that there were words
Mm-hmm.
on the record that were controversial, distasteful, questionable, but they didn't say, well, we need to eliminate these words. They were just saying, yeah, there's some words on here that might be objectionable.
Well, I guess L didn't have much behind that movement. He's willing to censor himself.
So they want to disown words.
Yeah, at least L does. I'm gonna just call him L.
Yeah. They want to disown words having to do with slavery.
Mm-hmm.
So what words were people in the South using, like sweet tea and, plowing and cotton picking and I don't know, farming? Those are all words, right? I think they did all that in the South, right? Barbecuing. Is barbecue? Can we take barbecue out of our lexicon now because they probably did that in the South during the slave days?
I heard that Dixie is another one that's leaving.
Well, I'm going to cover that pretty next.
Okay.
Yeah.
We are a dumb society, and L. Roth is part of it. What an idiot. Yeah. Is the reason because of Robert E. Lee? Is that the reason?
Probably.
I mean, what the hell? Was he named after Robert E. Lee?
I don't know.
Or Lee Marvin? Or, maybe he's offended by Lee Marvin.
Well, Lee Marvin, but he was kind of like a cowboy guy most of the time, right?
I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, he didn't come out and say why he's now L. He didn't say.
Well, he said they're disowning words that had to do with slavery that existed in the South. So I'm going to go with your first assessment that it might have been that Robert E. Lee.
Mm. Where's Tommy L to take this stance?
Yeah, where's Tommy L?
Yeah, why isn't Tommy L standing up? Where's Spike L? How come Spike L hasn't got involved in this?
Right.
He should be at the forefront, shouldn't he?
He's a self-hating nigger.
Hey, Jesus.
Because he's allowed to use the word Lee. He's a person of color with the word Lee in his name. So he's a self-hating person.
I guess so. Remember that guy that made Spider-Man, Stan L?
Yeah, that guy.
Remember him?
Yeah.
Karate guy, Bruce L? People are fucking idiots. My God.
This comes in response to the Black Lives Matter protests that rose up after the death of George Floyd.
Yeah.
Roth made the announcement by way of social media.
Sorry, hold on. What was the name you said that the riots were about?
George Floyd.
That was George Kirby. You didn't hear that?
No.
Fucking dumbbell Nancy Pelosi.
She called him George Kirby.
Called him George Kirby.
Okay.
Fucking idiot.
Well, Chuck Schumer was mixing up like 2 or 3 of these quote unquote these victims.
Yeah.
And he was like mixing their names up with each other.
Right. George Taylor.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
These guys are so stupid. They really care about their fucking cause, don't they?
They have no idea.
I have no idea. No.
They're just trying to play to their base. Play to their base.
Hey, at the end of the show, could you end with some Rush? Because I'd like to hear some Getty L on the way out.
Right, of course. Well, he's Canadian. He doesn't count.
Oh, he doesn't count. Okay.
No, because he's not part of this American lexicon that's lost their fucking mind.
All right, I'm gonna change my pick to Badlands because I'd like to hear some Jake E.L.
That's more relevant.
Is that more gooder?
Yeah. Roth made the announcement by way of social media, posting a piece of artwork he created showing a giant frog by a tiny human with the following text about the name change. Well, is the guy from what the hell, our favorite guy,
Alex Jones?
Yeah, Alex Jones. Is Alex Jones endorsing this frog painting?
It's a gay frog painting, Neeley. It's gay frogs.
Yeah, well, from the looks of it does look kind of gay.
Yeah, I have not understood that frog thing. And somebody, if you want to explain that in the chat room, I would appreciate that. I know they said something about the frog and somehow frogs are racist, or that frog is racist or something.
A David Lee Roth post?
Not David Lee Roth, just in general. There's something about a frog drawing that is somehow racist. And I haven't understood that at all. Somebody in the chat room, they're throwing good David Lee Roth new names in there. David Hyman Roth. David Pickaninny Roth.
Wow.
David Mammy Roth. Yeah, somebody posted Pepe the Frog, but I don't know what that means.
Well, that's the frog. That's the Pepe.
Yeah, I know, but what makes that frog racist and other frogs not? I don't understand what the racist thing is.
It's bizarre.
He's not going to change his name to Kiki Kikeman there. Jeez. That's not very nice. Or nope. Spade. He's not going to go with Spade. David Spade Roth. I think David Spade is already taken, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. Jeez.
Now, if he went with David Ace of Spades Roth, that's kind of metal.
Yeah. I know. I like his guitar player, Eddie V. Halen.
Right.
I like him. He's pretty good. And his brother, Alex V. Halen.
Mm-hmm. Hail and Kill caller, you're on the air.
Hail and Kill, fellas. This is Al from Kentucky.
Hey, what's going on there, Al?
Hey, I just had this thought when I first heard the David Lee Roth story. How is it not cultural appropriation for him to be called El Roth in the style of, Spanish?
Yeah, the Mexicans.
How is that not racist?
Yeah, well, yeah. That is cultural appropriation. No more burritos for you, David L. Roth.
Yeah. Good point, sir. Good point.
Good point.
Yeah. Well, that was all.
Okay. Hail and Kill.
Oh, sorry. Real quick. Can you tell me where the disappointed soundbite comes from?
It comes from a fish called Wanda.
Okay, cool. All right, man. Appreciate it. Hail and Kill. Fuck you, pal. Hand job.
That's what he wanted to know.
Huh. I think you're the only male human being ever that's watched that movie. Fish called Wanda. Wasn't that Jamie Lee Curtis?
Yes, that was Jamie Lee Curtis.
She was hot, though, at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I never saw the movie, so she might have been an old hag by then, but I think at that time she was still pretty hot, wasn't she?
I think so. She was still fairly young.
She was really hot in that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, True Lies.
Oh, yeah.
She was fucking stripper pole dancing.
Yes.
Big old fucking titties on that broad.
Yeah, well, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Disappointed!
There you go. There you go, sir.
Of course. She wasn't good in the movie, but man, she had some big old titties.
True. And those legs.
Yeah, she did. She was pretty sexy in that.
That back shot they took of her that was like in front of a window where there was like a big shadow. It was like just a shadow, silhouette shadow. Oh, that was fucking sexy shit there. Good stuff. Like that movie. True Lies.
I know you do.
Was that called True Lies?
Yeah, True Lies.
It's like the only time Tom Arnold was actually good in anything.
Yeah, I know. That was one of the only times he was ever actually watchable.
Yeah.
He actually did a good job in that movie.
And he was good in that. He was kind of funny on Trailer Park Boys. He was in a couple of episodes with Snoop Dogg. And that's it. What else did he do? I mean, he was horrible on Roseanne. He was terrible on that. And then he got his own show somehow, which was even worse. The Jay Thomas show.
Well, you got to say, it was pointed out to me that it's Jamie L. Curtis.
Oh, Jamie L. Curtis. Good point. Good point. Whoever told you that, Jamie L. Forgot about that for a minute.
Dumb. Roth made the announcement on social media, posting a piece of artwork he created showing a giant frog by a tiny human with the following text about the name change. David Lee Roth changes his name! Diamond Dave following Lady Antebellum, now Lady A. That's a band, by the way, I believe.
Country band.
Yeah. Example, we'll be dropping the Lee from now on. He wants us all to call him David L. Roth, or just simply L. Roth.
Dave, no. You're always going to be David Lee Roth.
And I'm going to go with our friend in Jeremy in Kentucky that, Al in Kentucky, that it's cultural appropriation.
Nobody's going to drop Lee from his name.
No.
Nobody's going to say, and on the phone now it's David L. Roth.
Yeah, he's 50 years in as David Lee Roth. It's not going to change now.
He's either going to be David Lee Roth or he's going to be DLR, which is what most people call
him. Or Diamond Dave.
Diamond Dave, yep. Mm-hmm.
And he sends the message for the same reason with Banana Fana Fofana.
Okay, don't know what that means, but all right.
L. Roth did not go into details as to why he decided to strike the Lee from his name, but some have hypothesized that it might be because of his linkage to the Confederate General Robert E. Lee.
Right.
Many are assuming it's meant to be a joke. Lady Antebellum changed its name to Lady A on June 11th, and Roth making the announcement that he was dropping the Lee earlier this week.
But in a couple of weeks, speaking of weeks, in a couple of weeks, you'll be seeing Sammy L.
That's
right. You'll be out at the Docket show with Docket and Sammy L.
Yeah, Red Rain, our good friend drummer Sammy L.
Sammy L will be there, yeah.
Right.
Fantastic.
That's so dumb.
Yeah.
Anyone who actually buys into that, fuck you.
Pretty much, yeah.
I don't want to shop in the same stores as you. I don't want to sit in the same restaurants as you. I don't want to attend the same concerts as you.
I kind of lean that he is just fucking with the media a little bit.
Yeah, I think he is, but that's just a dumb thing to do, because, you know, even if you're not being serious, you come off like a complete douchebag.
Oh, that's never been outside of Dave's purview.
No, that is absolutely true.
How he's perceived has never been a big deal to him. Look at him at that fucking ass clown thing at the EDM festival. Hey, you're playing Van Halen. That's me.
Yeah, I'm Van Halen.
Yeah. Oh, you're not David L. Roth.
Yeah. Walks up. He just walks up to that door and knocks on the door, and those guys are like looking at him like, who's this douchebag? And then he goes, hey, it's Van Morrison is at the door.
Yeah, exactly.
Van Morrison.
Yeah, you know, brown-eyed girl.
Yeah, you know.
He's like, no, I did Jump. What?
You know, Wild Nights.
Yeah. Who? Dave is an ass clown.
I know, but I thought that was so great when that guy just said, yeah, so, who's at the door? I don't know, some guy called Van Morrison or something.
It is funny.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
And then he walks to the elevator with his entourage and he goes, "That was so great. Oh man, that was so great."
And what's funny is those guys probably weren't even listening to Van Halen. It's just what came on the radio.
Yeah, that's just what happened to be playing.
Yeah. It wasn't like they were sitting there rocking out to some raw, because if they were rocking out to it, they would have recognized him.
Yeah.
You know, at least on some level, he sort of looks like he did in the day, other than hair, you know. But oof. You probably thought it was hotel security with the dumb suit and everything that he wears. Doesn't he look? He is literally face makeup and a fucking never-ending kerchief away from looking like a complete clown.
He does.
He dresses like a clown.
He does. He's a carnival barker.
Yeah. But I mean, he completely dresses the part. He wears that dumb suit that looks like something. I expect him to be climbing out of a barrel and having a bull chase him.
He's got that plaid suit on.
Yeah. Looks like a fool.
Yeah. He's got the whole plaid suit and he's got that old man cap on and
Heidi ho, neighbors. Let's run down some bulls today. And this is the guy every woman in America wanted to fuck.
Yeah.
At one point, I wonder how many still do. You think there's a lot that still do?
Boy, it's hard to say.
I mean, even with the diminished sound and the awful look, that look with the big shoes, do you think that there's still women that would be like, oh my God, I'm just lining up to fuck David Lee Roth? I'm sorry, David L. Roth.
Well, there have been rumors, and again, they're just rumors that he kind of swings the other direction.
You think he's gay now?
I don't know that answer. I'm just saying that's the rumor.
What would turn L. Roth gay?
Well, I don't know that he hasn't always been gay. And again, I don't even know that he is gay. I'm just saying that's the rumor out there.
You think that thousands of bitches turned him out, or he's just bored with bitchery now?
Bitchery. He's an odd bird. I admire him in one respect, and I just find him just kind of a dope in another respect. I admire the fact that he used his money and his fame, and well, obviously he rose to the top.
Right.
He and Van Halen as a group, they rose to the top during a time when hard rock music was not
right
in vogue because the new wave type thing, the knack and that kind of stuff was real popular at that time.
Right.
But when he did become famous or got money, due to the fame and record sales and touring and all that stuff, he adventured out because I'm sure you've probably read the book. Maybe you haven't. The Crazy from the Heat book.
I have not read it. No.
Yeah. You have not read it?
No, I have not.
Oh, okay. He put a book out years ago. It was like probably back in the early 2000s. It was called Crazy from the Heat. Okay. And he's a very adventurous person.
Okay.
When he tells a story about when Van Halen was paid, I believe it was like $1 million to perform at the US Festival.
Okay.
Back, what was that, 83, I think?
83. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he was sailing on the Amazon River. He was like down in the jungles of the Amazon. And they had to basically shortwave radio to these outposts along the Amazon River that if his little boat and crew were to say, wash up on shore,
they
would get him a message that you need to come back right away because Van Halen is playing the US Festival. Exactly. Well, I think that's the Aborigines. That's Australian.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, this is South America I'm talking about here.
Exactly.
And then he was always into the whole rock climbing, and he was, what was it, back in the late 90s or early part of the 2000s,
Yeah.
he studied to be like a paramedic.
Yeah.
And he actually worked with the New York fire department and was like really an on-call paramedic.
It's a long way though from rock climbing to cock climbing. Jesus, dude.
Yeah, but my point is that he even though he lived the rock star life,
Mm-hmm.
he used his fame and his fortune to just branch out and just do stuff.
Yeah.
He did stuff that was kind of risky in some regards, and and live life.
Yeah. And I'd imagine if you've had that much pussy, maybe you get the urge. I don't know.
Who knows?
When there's no challenge to it, who knows? I don't know. I can't fathom it, but
Unless he was closeted.
Yeah, it could be.
I don't know. I'm just saying what the rumor is out there. I have no idea.
And Black Metal Ray's Life Matters. I don't think there's any truth to the rumor that the L stands for like cock. I don't think that's true. I think it just stands for L.
Yeah. But, obviously David Lee Roth, and I'm going to say it, David Lee Roth.
L. Roth?
No, Lee Roth. David Lee Roth has always been a very flamboyant performer, person, whatnot. And regardless of his sexual proclivities, orientation, whatnot, he's made the most of his life and career and his money and experiences and all that. So my hat's off to him.
Yeah, I mean, he's lived it.
Yeah, he's enjoyed it.
Yeah, he's enjoyed it all. That's for damn sure.
Mm-hmm.
Now he has no talent at all and still making a ton of money. That's
yeah, that is true.
That's what's crazy. All his talent is gone, all of it, and he's still making an ass load of money. That's the craziest part of the whole story. He can't sing anymore. The dancing is ridiculous. He looks foolish without the hair and without the 80s swagger.
Yeah.
He looks like a fool. Now he's trying. Now, he's gotten to be desperate guy going out doing, well, EDM is hot now. I'll go do that. He's out there just pimping his legacy out for whatever. Still living the life. Still living good. Good on him, I guess.
Well, he's embraced capitalism.
Yeah, well, nothing wrong with that.
Nope, nothing at all. Well, speaking of people changing their names.
Right. Somebody other than L?
Well, not on a personal level, but on a band level.
Okay.
Goodbye, Dixie.
Mm.
Amid calls for the removal of the Confederate symbols and nostalgia prompted by Black Lives Matter movement.
Yeah.
The notoriously liberal country music trio, formerly known as the Dixie Chicks, have finally decided that Dixie had to die.
Mm.
Now, isn't this sexist? The Chicks?
Yeah. Yeah, if I call somebody a chick, they're going to get all fucking pissy.
So isn't that a sexist thing now?
Why don't you just call yourselves women?
Yeah. No, why don't you just call yourself LB or LW, liberal women?
Or how about just even call yourself retired?
Yeah.
Who knew they were even still in business?
Why don't you just rename your band Irrelevant?
Yeah, well, that's been... When is the last time the Dixie Chicks meant something?
I don't know. I never knew when they meant something.
Yeah. The only thing I ever remember was, didn't Howard Stern have a big war with Natalie Maines? I thought he did. I thought he had a big war with Natalie Maines of the Dixie Chicks. I could be.
Who knows? So they're simply known as the Chicks.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's not sexist, right?
Not at all.
Yeah. Well, we can't be associated with the South, but we could be associated with sexist monikers.
Mm-hmm.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah. Do they still play Land? Formerly Dixieland?
I don't Dixieland. Now, simply the Chicks, bandmates Natalie Maines, Emily Strayer, and Marty McGuire, who have sold some 33 million albums worldwide were widely ostracized by the country music community after they spoke out against President George W. Bush over his decision to lead the U.S. into the war in Iraq in 2003. On Thursday, the 13-time Grammy-winning band announced the change with the new music video titled March, March, released under the new Chicks moniker. Representatives for the group confirmed the name to the New York Times.
How about that?
We want to meet this moment, reads a brief statement on their website. Anytime that you become a trend, your career is over.
Yeah.
You're over. If you have to change because that's what's hot at the moment, you're done. Calls for the removal of the monuments to slaveholders and other tributes to the Confederacy have forced, it didn't force them, it was a choice.
It was a choice, yep.
Have forced the artists, especially those who identify with the Southern culture. So now is the Southern culture no longer relevant? You can no longer enjoy what the South, if you go to the Southern states, because the Southern states, they're proud of a lot of their heritage, whether it's, when I drove a truck,
yeah,
I would go to the Southern states. Some of the things that I enjoyed was, well, they take pride in their sweet tea.
Yeah.
Anytime you go to any kind of restaurant or truck stop or whatever, that was like a staple. You want sweet tea with your dinner or your lunch or whatever.
Right.
And their barbecue and, some of their music, obviously their Southern music.
And a banjo picking shit.
Exactly. So now the South is poison?
Apparently so.
So anyway, those who identify with the Southern culture to reckon with the ways they romanticize the pre-Civil War South. Okay. Earlier this month, Lady Antebellum made the call that told fans that they shall henceforth, who uses henceforth?
Henceforth.
Be called Lady A.
Yeah, great.
With no indication as to what the A stands for, if not for antebellum.
I'm sure some people have some ideas, though. Chat room, what does the A stand for?
Lady A.
And Lady A. Can we get some ideas, chat room, please?
Well, for Chris Aiken, it would be Lady Anal every time.
Lady Anal.
Right.
Lady Anal, rock me tonight.
Exactly. But the band was accused of opportunism and ignorance because a Seattle-based blues artist, Lady A, has performed under the name for over 20 years.
Yeah.
Well, I'm bigger than you, so I'm taking it.
Hey, you ain't just whistling.
Exactly.
Can't say Dixie anymore, right?
Right. At the same time, Variety writer Jeremy Helgar may have helped pressure the Chicks to make a move in a piece that asks, is it time for the Dixie Chicks to rethink their name? Is Dixie a bad thing?
Apparently.
Okay. So are we going to change the line over there in Maryland and Pennsylvania, the Mason-Dixon line? Are we going to change that now?
It's just the Mason line, Neeley.
The Mason line.
And when you drink out of those little cups, that's what they'll now be known as, little cups.
The little cups.
The little cups.
So goddamn stupid.
Lady Analingus.
Well, that's a good one.
Lady Auschwitz. Lady Assfuck.
Well, yeah, we can agree with that.
Lady Anal.
Yeah, well, that's Chris's. That's my thought.
Lady Anal Cunt. Oh, we got some good suggestions here.
That would be LAC.
Yeah, LAC.
Yeah, isn't she like a congressperson over in New York?
Think so.
LAC.
Either that or a horse that runs a race.
Exactly.
Oh, what is this? Lady Asswipe.
The wide open spaces women, in fact, avoided a blunder similar to that of the band formerly known as Lady Alabama Antebellum. They
Right.
reached out to the 1960s New Zealand outfit, the Chicks, for permission to use the name.
Oh, brother.
Are you kidding me? Those
Lady-
people are all dead.
Lady Ass Rape. Lady Ass Munch. Lady Adolf.
Lady Adolf.
Lady Adolf. Check
All
it
right.
out.
A sincere and heartfelt thanks that goes out to the Chicks of NZ, New Zealand, for their gracious gesture in allowing us to share their name. Who
Mhm.
knew that who knew there was a band called the Chicks in New Zealand in the 60s?
That's right.
Who knew that?
Norm, that band is now just called the Dregs. They're not the Dixie Dregs anymore. It's just the Dregs.
They're just the Drag. Well, I think there's another band out there just called the Dregs.
Well, they better find another name. The A Dregs.
Yeah. The D Dregs.
E Dregs, right?
Yeah. The L Dregs. Maines, Strayer, and McGuire said in a statement by way of their spokesperson, "We are honored to coexist together in the world with these exceptionally talented sisters. Chicks rock."
They're not going to rename themselves Lady A-Bomb and do the Nuke the Gook tour. What are you talking about, Black Metal Ray? Jeez. Crazy.
Before the name change in March, the Goodbye Earl singers released the single off their upcoming album Gaslighter, and a month later debuted Juliana Calm Down. That's the name of a song, Juliana Calm Down.
My favorite that they've ever done, Neely.
The record, produced by fun guitarist Jack Antonoff,
Mm-hmm.
it will be out on July 17th and will be released under the band's new name, The Chicks.
Great.
The Chicks.
I'm sure they're going to sell tens of copies of that.
The Chicks.
Chicks.
Where you going tonight? I'm going to go see The Chicks.
Yeah, so I say that a lot. I don't mean them, though.
Does anybody really care about this shit?
No. Well, apparently someone must.
I mean, does anybody buy into it and go, man, that's such a great move?
No. It's this whole, what are they calling this now? Virtual signaling?
It's virtual signaling, yeah.
That's all this is. Virtual signal. And let's face it, this is a smart play by the Chicks, because that album wouldn't have sold dick. Now it actually will sell some copies for people that are gonna buy it just to prove how brave and bold they are.
Yeah.
It'll debut on fucking Billboard. You watch.
Yeah. I'm not a Chicks fan, but I'll buy this just to support the cause.
Yeah, pal.
Dumb shit.
It's all stupid.
It's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Idiots. All right, let's take a break and then we'll come back and wrap up the show.
All right.
What would you like to hear?
How's about I'm in that weird zone tonight. How about the band Oz, O-Z Oz?
Okay.
A song called Stop Believing.
Okay. What do you mean? Is that a Journey cover?
Yeah, Don't Stop Believing. Certainly. No,
Yeah.
it's just a straight up metal track.
Okay. Stop believing, you say?
Stop believing.
Yeah, stop believing the bullshit.
I've stopped believing that DLR is L. Roth.
Right. All right. Well, we're going to play a few tunes. We'll come back. We'll wrap up the show. So here it is. This is Oz, not the gay prison sex show that used to be on HBO, but a band called Oz.
Yep.
And this is called Stop Believing, exclusively here
On your classic metal show.